Hey guys, welcome back to MilosMods. So we have two little packages here, and I've been waiting for these. I got these in my mailbox when I got back from my trip. And these are parts from Singapore, and as you know from the thumbnail, they are the metal parts from Sabre for my Harrier, and I'm very excited to put these in. Oddly enough, when I was on vacation and I was tracking these guys, or trying to at least, out of Darts now sells them. So I will probably link their sets down below, just because it's probably going to get to you guys faster than Singapore, because that's where these came from. But this came from the original company that made them. So let's get into them. Well, that's a little strange. I have two sets. I think I only ordered one. Huh. Well, interesting. Very interesting. But these are very high quality products I'm looking at. I'm gonna have to look at my order. I don't know what happened. But these are hardcore metal pieces. This is a plunger rod. You have a very small catch, and it has very small, I don't know if you guys can see this, we'll break these out. Some very small ball bearings. Got a Sabre sticker, which is pretty cool. So there's the catch itself. This big gold piece is the metal magazine release. And I think I mentioned it. If I didn't, I'm going to mention it now. I had a 3D printed one of these for Armageddon, and my very first round, very first game of Armageddon, it broke clean off. I was so mad. Luckily, it broke enough to where I could still use it for the rest of the event, but, you know, it is what it is. So, I'm going to leave these in here because I do not want to lose them. I don't know if you can see those, but they're very small ball bearings, and there's 3 little tiny screws as well. So 3 screws and 4 really small ball bearings. Maybe I ordered 2 just in case if I lost these. I'm gonna have to check. But the ball bearings are basically gonna go, I don't know if you guys can see this, into these holes here, I believe. And on this side as well. Not positive. I'll figure it out. But yeah. But let me go check my my order email. And then I'll bring out my Harrier. I'll open it up and we'll install these guys. So give me 1 second. Alright guys, so I went back and I looked at my order, and I think I have what happened figured out, but I'll explain that at the end of the video after we're done putting the pieces in. So I've already taken apart my Harrier. As you can see, I've already taken the screws out of it, like so. I need to take this rubber grip off, then we can fully open it up. So I'm going to do that now. There's that little 3D printed piece in there for the mag release. And I also have to do one more screw underneath the rubber grip here, right there. Now, one of the pieces you don't need to get into the blaster for, which is this guy. You can just take it out, because it should just pop out like so. We'll leave it out for now, because we'll do that part at the end. But the reason that we have to get inside the blaster is to put in the metal mag release as well as the new catch. Alright, we got that off. Undo this last one here. Put that right there next to that. And we should be able to, Did I do this one down here? Oh, I loosened it, I just didn't take it out. There we go, put it right there. Okay, now we're ready to open it. There we go. So as you can see, you have the two save to delete that we put in before. The original mag release, because my 3 printed one broke at Armageddon. And then the catch. So, I'm going to put this to the side, this to the side, put this to the side. And we are going to get this guy set up right here, this new metal catch by Sabre. So the key thing is, do not lose any of these pieces. You will need all of them, I believe. Now the way that you put this together is you're going to take your catch right here, and you see that there's 2 holes in each side. I believe these are screws, right? Yeah, very tiny screws. I got to get out my, probably the smallest screwdriver I can possibly find. Geez, let's see here. Maybe that one. Hopefully. So the way that you do this is these ball bearings are kind of go. I don't know if you guys can see this. There are 2 holes right here, and on the other side, they go through all the way. So your ball, your little bearings here, they're gonna go 2 by 2. So I'm gonna put one in, and then one right next to it, and then another one right next to that one, and one right next to that one. So it should look, I don't know if you guys can see that, kind of like this. So there's going to be 2 here and 2 in the back. Oh, one actually came out a little bit. Yeah, you got to hold it very still. It might be easier just to put in 2 at first, get those in, and then put the other 2 in right after. So I'm going to take a wild guess and say I have to screw it in from this side because it's probably where the head's going to end up. So I'm going to put 1 screw into the bottom to go through those 2 bearings. Make sure that the screw goes through those. You might need to try a few times because it is small. I don't have the smallest fingers in the world, but we're gonna go for it. Oop. Just be patient with it, you'll get it. If you want, you can kind of let gravity help you a little bit. Maybe turn around, flip it, and reverse it as the song goes. And just like that, you have 2 in there. I'll make sure that's pretty tight in there, just cause. So you should have 2 in there like that now. I don't know if you guys can see that. But basically 2 in the back with 1 screw going in there, right? Now we're going to do the other two. So the other screw is going to go right through there. And we're going to line up the other two bearings inside that pocket there, right there. If you can see that. I might have to zoom in. So I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did last time. You'll put one in, one right next to it. It's kind of nice now though, because now you have them resting on the ones that are already in there. I'm going to put the screw through. Try to feed it through both of those. And then, if all goes according to plan, I can screw that one in. I almost need a smaller screwdriver. Because I want to make sure that that screw that I'm putting in goes all the way over to the other side. You know. And I do believe it's in there. Because you do not want this to come loose. If this comes loose while it's in your blasher, you're going to have a problem. But, yeah, they're both on there now. I can't see the screw in there. I can feel it though when I try to tighten it. Yeah, it's in there. So the finished version is basically like this. Oh, God, lighting's bad in here. So you should have two on this side, two on this side, and a screw going through each side on this side. So basically, if you're facing the Sabre name, you're going to flip it over like this, and the two screws are going to go down that way. So once you get this done, you will see where the catch is facing the original one in here, because we haven't taken it out yet. And you're going to take it out. And I don't know where that spring went. It went flying right at me. And it didn't hit the ground, so now I'm a little concerned. I found it. It was on the ground. Okay, so this one was facing in like this, and this has the same form factor, of course. So you're just going to take the spring that came with it, put it right on the bottom there. Now it's going to be a little bit larger than this one, just because of the way that it's made. But once you fit it in there, it should be fine. Let's see here. Because it's just going to be resting in between the plastic kind of cut out for it and the bottom of the catch itself. And then once you put the other half of the shell together, it'll be fine. They do give you an extra screw, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, because you never know if you're not, you might need it down the line. So I'm going to keep that for later. All right. Next step, metal magazine release. So I'm going to hold my finger over that spring because I don't want it flying anywhere. I'm going to take the original one out, or if you put in a 3D printed one, go ahead and take it out. And your spring is actually going to fit inside this little cavity here, the middle one. It actually fits in them very nicely. And it should just go in like so. Fits in very nicely. Yeah, cool. That's basically it. This piece I'm going to put right back in there because that's just a 3D printed piece to get rid of the knuckle guard, which we kind of already did already, so I don't really need that. So I'm going to go ahead and button this part up because we're done with that part. The next part's going to be fairly simple. It's just the metal plunger rod replacing the plastic one. So give me 1 second, I'll get this back together. Alright guys, I put it all back together for the most part. We got our stock catcher and stock mag release here. I'll keep them just in case, you never know. But we're going to take this guy, take the spring off of him. We're going to take the O-ring off of him. Probably with a little flat head, just in case. There we go. Now this piece from Sabre, this is a really good piece. It's more for number one, peace of mind, and for rigidity for the long haul. And I plan on using this blaster for a very long time. It's not much heavier than the stock one, by a smidge maybe, but this is going to last you longer than the stock one, so I highly recommend that you upgrade to this. I'm going to take the plunger pad out of the old one, put it on the new one, like so. If I can get on there. You can use your flathead to kind of wedge it in there. I think that's what I had to do with the, what was it, the long shot or something. And there you go. That's all you had to do. And you put your spring back on it, throw it in, like so. You're good to go. And then you just reassemble your blaster as you had it. I'll keep this along with the other original pieces just cause. Now, for the exciting news. When I ordered from Sabre Direct in Singapore, I think it was like maybe 2 days before I actually ordered these parts, because it was, you know, about $130 for the parts, which is a little, you know, a little expensive. But I reached out to Conrad. Conrad's a very nice guy, very giving person, as I say. So he not only sent me the ones I ordered, but he also actually sent me a spare set, which is this one and this one. That's why we had two in the beginning. And I didn't realize that. He didn't leave a note or anything, so I had to figure it out. So apparently that's what he did. So that's good news for you guys, because in the community tab, I said, what blaster should I give away at 2K? And I think Harrier won with like a 48%. I can see why. You know, because the Dart Zone Omnia, it's still new, still has a few bugs. The Strifex, we know most stuff on it, it's not released yet, so we were still kind of on the fence about it. But the Harrier, we've come to know and love since January. And it's one of the most decent, constant performing spring blasters that we have come to know and love. So, when we get to 2K, I will be doing another contest giveaway, same kind of thing. I'll make a video about the contest, but what's going to happen is their winner will get a Harrier. I will order it from Out of Darts. They will be able to pick the color that they want, you know, the orange, the white, or the teal. I think it's teal. And that'll come directly from Out of Darts. Now, since it's 2K, we're going to give away 2 items. The Harrier and the spare Harrier upgrade parts, because I already have it in mind. I don't need another set. And I figured, why not? I'm a nice guy. Conrad's a nice guy. We're all nice guys here. So, that will be exciting when that contest goes on. I expect a lot of comments. So yeah, look forward to that. But that's the review and the installation of the Sabre upgrade metal parts for the WorkerMod Harrier. Let me know what you guys think about these parts down below. I love them, and they will last in my blaster for a very long time. So yeah, if you don't have one yet, Harrier or the metal kit, I suggest we get up to 2,000 pretty quick so I can give these guys away. Other than that, guys, leave a like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff that YouTube makes you do. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. All right? Talk to you later. Bye.